On the day of my graduation, the microphone shook in my hand as I watched the man I had always called Dad raise his phone to record me, and the school principal stare at the floor, even though the folded envelope under my gown said that he was actually my real father. A week earlier, I had gone to the administrative office to ask for a copy of my grades for a scholarship, and the secretary left my file open on the desk. There, I saw my original birth certificate with the principal's name in the biological father box and my mother's signature next to a written promise to never tell the truth. All my life, my mother repeated that my father had died in a car accident and that my stepfather was the hero who stayed, the man who worked extra hours to pay for the house and my books, while the principal was just these strict adults who gave speeches about effort and took pictures with me at every ceremony. Behind the certificate, there were copies of monthly payments from the principal to my mother's account, and a short note where he asked her to protect his marriage and his reputation in exchange for silence, as if I were a secret that could be kept with deposits and fear. That afternoon, shaking, I opened the box of photos in the closet and found a picture hidden behind an old frame. My mother, on the beach, hugging the principal, holding a baby with the same birthmark on the forehead as mine. A scene that shattered the story of the dead father in an instant. My best friend helped me pull a hair from the principal's jacket during the rehearsal, and the biology teacher agreed to use the school lab to compare his sample with mine. And 2 days before graduation, we received a result with a match so high that it left no room for doubt. That night, I opened the file of my speech, which had been a polite list of thank yous, and I rewrote it to turn it into the only way to force the adults to stop deciding for me, filling it with dates, places, and details that only they would recognize without me having to say their names. When I heard my name and walked onto the stage, I felt the lab paper pressed to my chest and started talking about the fathers who stay, the ones who help with homework and take their children to the doctor, while I watched my stepfather smile proudly in the front row and the principal adjust his tie as if he could not breathe. Then I spoke about another kind of father, the one who signs papers in secret and sends money every month and hides behind a respectable suit, the one who prefers to hide his daughter so he does not risk his prestige. And I mentioned a confidentiality clause signed by a scared mother, the late night visits I confused with academic meetings, and the photo of a beach where an unknown baby had my birthmark. Several mothers stopped clapping, my classmates exchanged uneasy looks, and my mother covered her mouth when I added that a DNA test from the school lab confirmed that my real father was not in the grave she had described all my childhood, but sitting on the stage in a gray suit with an ethics diploma hanging in his office. I closed the pages, stepped down from the stage, and walked toward the exit, hugging my diploma tightly.